Welcome back to Adaptive DIYers. Last video I mentioned I was going to be getting a new saw. Just came in the mail, and I got my other one over here. I took it off the stand just for, you know, measurement sakes. Before I open this up, I want to show you the problem I was fighting with and why I ordered this saw. Okay? You see that? That thing is huge, man. I mean, this is 44 inches across here. It takes up a lot of your shop. It's nice to have such a big miter saw, but I mean, this thing has been nothing but a headache since I had it. So it's going to be going down the road, and we're going to start off new here with this guy. And the deal with this is that, let me see, you got that? Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. The deal with this is that this one has almost zero clearance in the back, rear clearance. And if you shop anywhere in Home Depot or on Amazon, you can find name brand ones, Makitas, DeWalt's, you know, that have zero clearance in the back. And if you want to really spend some money, you can get the, what's that one called? Starts with an F. Anyways, they're all really expensive. You know, you're talking $6,000–8,000. This one came in at $217 after tax. Came right off Amazon. I didn't get any breaks on the price or anything, and I just figured I'd show you the unboxing. And then after I put this video out, I'm gonna use it a little bit, and I'm gonna actually record a video of me using it while I got some projects going on, just to show you how the saw works. And you know, because you can't find it on here for this model. This model is the it's the 10-inch, but it's the M1011T. Okay, so if you look at the picture here, you'll see it. It's got a bar that's stationary in the front instead of the sliding in the back like that one has. So it's going to push everything to the front of the saw so that I can tuck the saw back over by the wall a little closer. Anybody like me that isn't looking to do insane cutting and you don't need high quality, super quality stuff, you're just, you know, you want a straight cut and you want to be able to miter saw and miter accurate angles and stuff, I think this might be the answer. But I got to put it through the paces first. These are the wings. Probably use them in the beginning, but I'm going to be building a whole cabinet for this little guy. So, and the dust bag, I already pulled that out. Manual. This is the top of the handle. Don't really need it on there if you're going to keep it in shop, but I'll put it on there, why not? This is your dust port. Hopefully that fits mine. It looks like it is. Looks like it might be. Let me get a tape measure on that real quick here. Dust port is 2.5 inches. And 1.25 inches for the other end of it. I think that will fit my system. And it looks like they put this in two different pieces. This piece right here, you know. And then I got the handle, which is pretty heavy. You know, it's got a rubber grip on it. It's pretty heavy. It's plastic, but it's heavy, you know. That's just your miter handle. Tighten everything up. Pull this off. Let's see. There's some screws on the top. I imagine for assembling the front of that. Okay, and I'm going to put this guy on the floor, and I'm just going to pick the saw up onto the table. Just easier that way. Get the box out of the way. Okay. And just look at the difference. This is your little clamp right here. Goes on this guy. He is pretty small. I'm impressed. It says it can cut 12 inches wide, which that's exactly what this screen can cut. I cut 2-foot pieces a lot for my CNC machine and my laser. So I like to be able to, you know, slice, flip, slice. It just makes it a lot quicker than, you know, getting tracks out or anything like that. You know, it's just nice making blanks for all that. So we'll go ahead and assemble this thing. Doesn't look like it's too crazy. I'm going to end up making a zero clearance insert for this guy because that throat is absolutely insane. Let's see. Put a little zip tie under there. Put the powder cord together. So you can pull it up through the rails. Comes with a blade on, but I'm going to be checking the tension on it and then make sure that's all correct. It's always a smart idea. Let's see, there's the lock for this guy. There it is right there. Okay, so it's just a switch right here. Push that. Locks it. Pull it back. This guy right here. Little knobber. Yeah. Fun stuff. Alright, let's get that front end on there. It looks like this pin slides right into there. I imagine that's what the bolts are for, is to run right in there. Well, you gotta pull the trigger first and it'll slide all the way in. These are gonna be hex bolts. If you're not sending the hex wrenches, so be prepared. Got some decent size hex wrenches and they're pretty big. I think it looks like 1/4 inch. I'll get the size on it and let you know here in a second. But I'll end up pulling this out and putting an actual zero clearance in. I'll take my CNC machine and make an insert just as long as the saw is worth the crap. This is only a single bevel, or it's a double bevel, but it's only a single tilt. It only tilts this way. It doesn't tilt the other way because of this guy here. But everything's feeling solid, nice stops. I mean, this is a Admiral from Home Depot, my old guy there, or not from Home Depot, Harbor Freight. I got it because it could cut big, thick pieces of wood, but I use a chainsaw. It's just easier, you know, if it's that big. Let me see if I got the right wrench with an extension. Tight little butter in there. Started anyway. Kinda goofy how that goes in there. If you've got any kind of Allen wrenches that are long and narrow, put it in there. Yeah, they're started. Pull the trigger back so we can go back in the trace there. I'll fast forward through this. gave her finger tight and then quarter turn. And it went on just fine. Put this knob on. This is your miter locking releasing knob. Alright, put this guy on here. I don't usually use them, but for your purpose, I might as well put it on there. And these guys go underneath of here. I imagine which side. So the square end faces towards the back. And there's Phillips heads right here. And you tighten down, and that's what holds that in place. And I've seen people complaining about it, you know, oh, they fall off. Well, make sure you put it on tight. You know, that's the whole name of the game. It looks like there's just one. That's set on each side. Right here on each side. So put it on. Supposed to slide right over. So there we go. All the way in, because they go all the way up to the butt there. Okay. Now imagine these two screws are for the handle, for up top. Seriously, setup's only like, what, 10 minutes? You're ready to go? Doesn't take that long at all. Well, you gotta square it and everything, you know, but that's a whole process you have to do with every saw anyway. So you gotta kind of pull. It's like you gotta start one screw and then work your way around the other one. Self tappers. Place. It's got to be tight for it to lay flat. These screw holes to line up. Trigger feels nice and solid. Nice positive stop on and off. Put this dust chute on, even though I'm going to be hooking up to my dust collector. But I'm kind of curious as to how this is going to do. I might end up just making a little dust collector thing for this saw, just to, you know, kind of collect and, you know, get everything enclosed so that the dust is. I'm thinking about making a chute, and all the dust ends up at the bottom with a little collector bin. And all I gotta do is roll my dust collector over and just suck it up, you know, and everything's just falling down in the middle there. So, let's see. It's got positive stops on 45, 30, well, yeah, 30, 22.5, 15, and 0. Lock her down. Nice and smooth action. Of course, it's going to be jerking around because I don't have it mounted yet. I will be mounting it to that here in a minute. But so what I was curious about, because I've seen a couple videos here of this saw, I didn't know if it had a motor brake or not, an electronic, you know, motor brake to slow the blade down. So I'm going to plug it in. Just give it a good rev and see if it has a brake on it or not. There might be a brake in there, but it's not a strong one. You know what I mean? It's not. Let's see, it keeps rolling. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the machine now. Sounds like a miter saw though. You know, that's all I'm looking for is for this thing to be able to cut 12 inches, which, let me get the tape measure again here. go. Tilt it all the way forward. Lock it. I'm going to measure from here all the way out to the front here. And it will cut right up to 12 inches. Which is pretty handy. But I'm going to test that and I'm going to let you know. Like I said, I gotta do some testing on it. It's just an unboxing video of it. But so far, this is the answer to my solution. When it stacks up, I mean, this thing, I lock this all the way open, and I'll turn it sideways, and I'll lock the other one open and turn it sideways, and you tell me which one do you really need in your shop. Or you don't need any of them. You need a better one than I got. It's up to you if you want to spend all the money. Go ahead. I'm kind of broke, so I'm working with this one. Just bought a house, and it's expensive. Yeah, so to the front of that knob to the back, there's about 44 and a half. From the very back of this to the very front of this knob. I'm calling it your clearance, your front and back clearance. Now this one, if I take this off, which I'm gonna, that won't even be there. Hold it like this, all the way to the front. 28 inches. 28. 44, 28. Obviously the thickness is a little different. This one can cut 2 inches thicker material probably. But I'm not cutting huge stuff. This one, let me give you that little rail thing. By the way, this thing is like way off balance when it's in the back. So lock that down, slide it all the way forward if I can. Now this one, from your fence to the front, this one's covering 1.5 feet. So 12 and a half inches. So it cuts 12 and a half an inch further. Not a super huge deal. We'll see about the 2-foot paneling though, because I'm wondering if I'm going to have a little tab right in the center that I'm going to have to finish off with a handsaw. But it's not a deal breaker. I'll just keep a handsaw right next to it. It's better than me smashing my kidney, because if you look, that thing stuck out. No matter what I did, it stuck out 6, 8, 10 inches away from my stand. And even if I put it on a bench, like a cabinet saw, or with the cabinets, and you put it on I forget what a miter station. Yes, if you put it on a miter station, you're still going to have this great big front thing going on, and then your miter station is going to have to be really thick, or it's going to have to be way away from the wall. It doesn't make sense either way because of dust keeping things clean. So this is what I decided to go with. You can hate it or love it, or don't have any feelings at all. This is just a video for the guys that are curious about this saw. Other than that, I don't really. I can't think of anything else. The tilt feels really nice. It's super smooth. Actually, you go to a 45 and they got a line up there for crown molding, so I bet you could do crown molding on there too, which is 33.9. There's all kinds of adjustments on it. Let's plug that back in because there's supposed to be a laser too. Which I hardly ever use the laser, really and truly, but might as well put it on there. I'll throw on this piece of hardboard right here. Turn on the laser. Other way. There we go. Not bad. Pretty solid. It shows you right where you're going to cut anyway, but it's off. I'm going to have to adjust the laser, which they're all adjustable. It's just you got to get in. It's a cheaper size, so you're going to have to get in and fiddle with it. You're going to have to tune it. you know, on your perfect 90, and then set your gauge, and then you're gonna have to set your miter to a perfect 90. But first you gotta set your fence. It's a little bit of setup. These guys, miters are not meant to just get out, pulled out of the box, and then just start cutting with it. Unless you're roughing, you know, construction, and you don't care about perfect 90s, and you're not doing cabinets and stuff like that. But all in all, I'm satisfied so far. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I will be making another video on using it. So look forward to that one. And again, I appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully you found this helpful. And don't always get the bigger socks. Sometimes it's not the best. Alrighty guys, have a good day.